I like that camera. Look at that thing. Look at that. I like that.
Got a karaoke machine built into it.
Get some strobes or something.
Go ahead, guys.
Corey, do you have an update on Nick Weeb, the injury he suffered yesterday?
Yeah, we're still getting testing everything done just to kind of get a little bit more clarity. But, you know, it's for sure this week probably not looking good for Nick. So there's a little bit of hope there, though. It's not anything crazy. So, yeah, we'll get some more information probably in the next day or two.
Corey, your thoughts on how the guys responded today after yesterday?
Exactly how I figured. Excellent practice today. From meetings, everything was on point, man. So, you know, I anticipated 2 steps forward. I thought we did that today. Proud of the guys' professionalism and just how they handled that from yesterday.
Corey, this defense against opposing quarterback has given up a lot of yards in games. Over the bye week, make any changes, or how do you guys stop that from happening?
Yeah, I think, you know, this defense. Sorry, guys. I don't know what that was. This defense, since, you know, I've been around it, you know, and it's kind of grown from there a little bit, has always given up lots of yards. But, you know, we try to do our best in creating turnovers, attacking the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and trying to limit, you know, the amount of points. Because ultimately that's going to put you in the best position. But certainly, you know, you don't want to give up a whole ton of yards. So, yeah, you know, we did a big self-scout throughout the bye week, and certainly some different things for, you know, as a staff and myself to look at as far as play calling and different situations. So, yeah, absolutely. That's always part of our bye week.
How do you as the head coach approach this next 5-game stretch and just the opportunity that's still there for you guys?
I think just narrowing the focus. You know, I thought yesterday was a perfect example of that. You know, we can't look any further ahead than literally the next minute or even the current minute that you're in. And just really finding ourselves and finding ways to commit to every opportunity that we get throughout the day, just to gain and build that confidence back, because then it parlays and it stacks and it builds. So that's really the focus, is just narrow focus, and then, you know, hopefully everything else takes care of itself.
Have you emphasized at all the fact that Calgary sits last in rush defense amongst the league and trying to get that run game going this week?
I mean, yeah, you know, again, statistics tell, I think, half of the story sometimes. You know, they got some really good players over there. I know they're well coached. But certainly, you know, as we look inward, you know, for ourselves, you know, that's something that we identify as we want to get better at and run the ball. And, you know, a lot of things got to go into that. So constantly, you know, whether it's this week or any other week, you know, we're always finding ways to try to get better at that. But certainly, you know, we feel like having a little bit of continuity now, you know, as it pertains to the offensive line, it helps with that. So we'll be moving forward with guys who've played some games for us. You're not really coaching on the fly, so that, I think that should help for sure.
Has Armstead made progress from day 1 to day 3?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's been here pretty quick, you know, so, you know, just kind of picking it up and, you know, spending some time with the guys and with the coaches trying to get things done. And, you know, like I said, he's shown to be a good player. You know, we're happy as ever to have him, and, you know, one day he'll be a good player for us.
You've opposed Calgary since leaving the Stampeders, but to go back there as a head coach with everything that you and Petra did in that community, what's that going to be like?
I mean, it's special, I think, you know, like I always say, just from a relationship standpoint, you know, not a lot of movement over there in that building as far as staff and shoot some players and, you know, people in the football ops and admin. Great people over there, you know, so I look forward to seeing those people and having those conversations. That's not always over text message, and then certainly on a personal level, you know, going to see my in-laws and, you know, family out in Calgary. My wife's family's still out there, so that's fun, that's exciting. Maybe hit up a restaurant that, you know, maybe my taste buds miss. It's not that I need it, but I'm going to do it anyway. But they're just small things like that. But, you know, as it goes to game day, you know, as it being weird or anything like that, that was long gone now.
After what happened yesterday, obviously your message got across, but to see the leadership group respond, even yesterday to come back out, today obviously they spoke to the group. What does it say about the leadership group, specifically the captains?
Yeah, well, and yeah, no, you know, you love that, I think, as a coach. You know, it can't just come from myself or other coaches on staff. It has to be built within, and, you know, the team voted on their captains, and that's a time where I do believe they have to stand up and hold each other accountable. And, I spoke to a couple of them last night, and they got different ways that they want to go about it, and it's myself to trust and let that take the lead. I'm not on the field. I'm not in the locker room. That's their space. So it's super important. Again, proud of those guys. But it's a total team thing. It's everybody's got to buy into what's being said, and certainly I thought whatever was said worked, because today was excellent.
As a coach, how do you draw the line between being the coach and making sure the players have that space?
I think it's just respecting. For me, I don't want to ever be in the locker room like I'm one. That's it's a sacred space. I know you guys get to walk in there from time to time, but it's a sacred space, man, and I want that to be their space, and take ownership on the field. It doesn't matter how smart coaches ever feel like we are. We're never going to be the ones out there having to do the dirty work to make the plays. So that is also their space. Yeah.
Coach, the athletes talked about parking it from yesterday, so learn from it, get past it, get better from it. As a coach, how is that for you to get past it? Are you thinking about it late at night, trying to get through it?
Yeah, no, it was on my mind, I think, for a while, but just having faith, like I always said, and understanding who we have in this building. I love those guys. I think they know that, and I feel the love back from them. And just knowing that we all are still in it for the same thing, but we just kind of had to get our stuff together, and you have to prove it. And today they proved it.
Thanks,
Thanks guys. Appreciate you.